Hi, I'm Olivia, and today's happy nugget comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, the leader of the American Transcendentalist movement in the mid-19th century. Emerson was an essayist, lecturer, and poet, a leading voice in the intellectual culture of the United States, a profound thinker, and a champion of individualism. Transcendentalism was a philosophical movement that emerged to question the general state of intellectuality and spirituality in the 1820s and 1830s, believing that people were at their best when they were truly self-reliant and independent. In an essay titled Self-Reliance, Emerson writes, "There is a time in every man's education when he arrives at the conviction that envy is ignorance, that imitation is suicide, that he must take himself for better, for worse, as his portion, that though the wide universe is full of good, no kernel of nourishing corn can come to him but through his toil, bestowed on that plot of ground which is given to him to till. Trust thyself, every heart vibrates to that iron string. Accept the place the divine providence has found for you, the society of your contemporaries, the connection of events. Great men have always done so, and confided themselves childlike to the genius of their age, betraying their perception that the absolutely trustworthy was seated at their heart, working through their hands, predominating in all their being." Ralph Waldo Emerson was born in 1803 in Boston, Massachusetts, to a Unitarian minister father in a long line of ancestors who devoted their lives to the profession of divinity. In 1817, when he was 14 years old, he went to Harvard University. Afterwards, he made his living as a schoolmaster, later entering the Harvard Divinity School. Around this time, 2 of his brothers died of tuberculosis. When he was 24, Emerson married, and 2 years later, his wife died at the age of 20, also of tuberculosis. Shaken by the death of his young wife, Emerson began to question the religious beliefs and methods of his time, eventually leaving the profession in 1832. He spent a year traveling and meeting the great philosophical minds of Europe, to come back and settle in Concord, Massachusetts, where he became a respected and admired member of the community. In 1836, he founded the Transcendentalist Club, urging Americans to declare literary independence. Although he admired European thinkers, he wanted Americans to create their own ideas. Emerson was unique because he galvanized his contemporaries, able to express his thoughts vividly and with vision, not only through a series of popular essays, but also as a prolific lecturer, giving as many as 80 lectures in a year. Emerson's rhetoric sustained the faith of thousands of Americans throughout his lecture circuits and through the American Civil War, championing individuality, self-reliance, self-expression, self-cultivation, and freedom. Emerson believed that God and truth could be found by looking inside ourselves, and through that kind of self-awareness of the soul, we could act according to our ideals and our conscience. For Emerson, spiritual renewal was an intimate, personal experience. His thoughts not only influenced contemporaries like Walt Whitman and Henry David Thoreau, but also some of the greatest thinkers of our time. Above all, Emerson believed in the spiritual potential of every human being. Again, from Self-Reliance. "Life only avails, not the having lived. Power ceases in the instant of repose. It resides in the moment of transition, from a past to a new state, in the shooting of the gulf, in the darting to an aim. Insist on yourself, never imitate. Your own gift you can present every moment with the cumulative force of a whole life's cultivation, but of the adopted talent of another, you have only an extemporaneous half-possession. That which each can do best, none but his Maker can teach him. No man yet knows what it is, nor can, till that person has exhibited it. Where is the master who could have taught Shakespeare? Where is the master who could have instructed Franklin, or Washington, or Bacon, or Newton? Every great man is unique. We're all connected to a higher intelligence, but each of our souls is unique, each with our own talents and avenues of contribution. We have but to look inside ourselves to harness that higher intelligence that's in all of us.